The way it works in palmistry, the right hand is considered to be the major hand, the hand of now, everyday life. If you were left-handed, you'd have to do it the other way around. This would be the present, this would be the past. Left hand, in your case, represents the characteristics you've inherited. The right hand is what's around you now. Also, now let's have and also past events. Let me have a look. Oh, well, you might laugh at this, but you're a little bit psychic yourself in a way. You might not call it a psychic thing, but your hunches are usually correct. Your gut feeling's usually right. Your intuition's strong. And because you've got a lot of lines on your hand, you've got what we call the full hand in palmistry. It's full of lines. And the more lines a person has, the more sensitive they are, the more deeply they feel things, the more they worry. And the more creative they are too. You're quite creative, you need to express yourself in some way. Some people it's writing, some people it's music, doing what you enjoy doing. Your girdle of Venus is quite strong, which makes you a little bit sensitive. You can make mountains out of molehills or worry about things which are not worth worrying about. The heart line represents love and emotions. I won't go into all the details if you've got it on camera. All I'm saying, I'll just say one thing. I can see signs, because the heart line's very jagged. I think you've learned the hard way in the past in the area of love. It hasn't always gone exactly how you wanted it to. But the future is more positive. That is what I won't go into any more detail than that. The future is more positive than the past has been. You're cautious, you're careful, you look before you leap. You've got a good brain, a lot of imagination. Your headline ends on the Mount of Luna, which is the imagination part of the hand. You're better at making up your mind than you used to be. In the past, you chop and change quite a bit, because I can see a bit of a double headline there. Now let me have a look over here.
It's true that lines on the hands actually change over time.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
If you take a photocopy of your hands and then look at that photocopy in a year's time, you'll see some changes, especially with the small lines.
I'm just going to check. People who are watching this online, if you can hear the audio okay, put it in 1111 in the comments, because I don't know how well it is, but I think it's okay. That will help. But go ahead, Mark, continue.
Okay, now where were we? You've got longer than the average lifespan. In your later years, you're physically active, you're not bedridden. Mind is pretty sharp. Hard to get you out of a bookshop. You're always learning. Mind is pretty active. You do stress yourself out a little bit. You do worry too much, more than you should. You can handle big worries. You can cope with the major calamities of life. It's the small things get you down. So you'd be a little bit like the oak tree in the field that can withstand the thunder, the lightning, the storms. There's little insects that get to the wood, and bring the tree down. So you'd be a bit like that. But your worries get less in the future as time goes by. You get good ideas. You may not always follow through on them. Some upheaval. When you were quite young, there might have been a bit of upset or upheaval, family upheaval around you, something like that. Maybe just sickness or illness. It's not important now. You've got a lot of lines on your hand. You get, I think I see you traveling a bit in your life, a lot of travel lines. Now, the length of the fingers tells me quite a bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, any of the extra details about what you're seeing, I'm interested in too.
The technical part of it.
Yeah, the technical parts of it.
Might take me too long to explain it all.
No, that's whatever works, though, yes.
All right. Well, you got the main lines, if you have an educational point of view. This is the lifeline. Shows length of life, health, that sort of thing. The headline's your brain, how you use it. The heart line represents love. And the four most important lines are the heart line, the lifeline, the headline, and the line of destiny, which is here somewhere. I don't know where it is. But
line of destiny.
Oh, yeah. Can't find it in your case. Wait a minute. The fate line. Yeah, it is there. So you do have...
Which one's a line of destiny, then, if you can point?
The fate line, on your hand, it's called either the fate line or the line of destiny. It goes up through the middle of the hand. In your case, it's there, but it's a little bit faint. And it just might mean that you haven't quite found your niche yet. In the long run, I think you could be doing... Oh, wait a minute, now we can see it. You're independent, you like to do your own thing. Now, possibly, and I may be wrong, if I knew everything I could win the lotto, you've got a line dissecting the lifeline. I think in the past, and I could be wrong, not the future, the past, a close scrape of some kind, close call. Maybe it was nearly an accident, maybe it was an illness, I don't know what it was, but you came through it, you did live to tell the tale. Sometimes we can be in danger without even knowing about it. You're walking under something, it's going to fall on you, but it doesn't happen. You walk on, you know nothing about it. Pretty strong willpower shows on your thumb. You need space on your own. This is called the windows in palmistry. You see that little, put the fingers together. You see the windows right there. That shows you just need that space in your own. You don't want to get too crowded in. I'm looking at the length of the fingers. Good common sense, good emotional. An eye for detail, conscientious. There are signs that you're more confident now than you used to be. When you were younger, a little bit of shyness or lack of confidence when you were younger, because this finger's set slightly shorter than this one. You communicate well. You seem to be going in the right direction. Because of these worry lines, I say this to everybody, take things one day at a time. Don't worry about yesterday. You cannot saw sawdust. Don't worry about tomorrow. All life requires is you get up in the morning, go about your daily business, and go to bed at night. Take things one day at a time. And I'll give you a little nursery rhyme, and it goes like this. For every ailment under the sun, there is a remedy, or there is none. If there be one, try to find it. If there be none, never mind it. Which means if you can do something about a situation, you do it. If not, to hell with it and don't worry about it. Now I'm going to test something. Hold it flat. I'm going to press on your hand here, here, and here. Now the other hand. Well, sometimes you do like people take advantage of your good nature on occasion. Sometimes you find it hard to say no to people, you know.
And what are you seeing there?
Well, it's because, look, I press on the thumb, right?
Yeah.
If the thumb resists, that means the person's stubborn, doesn't give in easily, and your thumb goes right back, so you're very flexible. You know, you've got a good nature. You say, all right, let's go with the flow, you know? If it resists, that shows stubbornness or having, sometimes one hand will be easy, thumb will be easy, the other will be harder, which means they've learned the hard way in the past, so that means that they've learned from past mistakes. Now they're a little less accepting or a little less flexible than they used to be, you see.
So, sorry if you don't mind me asking, like, do you see it as like everything that we kind of experience is kind of like mapped out through our body in subtle ways? Is that kind of...
Well, I don't know why this works, I just know it works. The hand is palmistry is very ancient, it's mentioned in the Bible.
Yeah.
And these are palmistry lore. You get skeptics who argue against it, but I don't know. It seems to work. I've tried it, and people tell me how accurate these things are. You know?
There's the science behind it too.
There is something. What it is, I don't know.
Consistency.
Yeah. See, tarot cards are a different thing. That's more of a psychic and intuitive thing. Yeah. But this, you don't have to be psychic to read somebody's hand. You can just say, you just know what they'll study it. For example, I think I mentioned already that. I don't know if I mentioned already that you're better at making up your mind than you used to be. And the way I base that is on your left hand, which is the hand of the pie. You've got a double headline. You see, it means chopping, changing your mind. But it's not on this hand.
Oh yeah.
So it means that you're better at making up your mind than you were.
So you said the left was like past, right is present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you were left-handed.
Oh.
Then we'd have to do it the other way around.
Gotcha.
You see?
Interesting.
It shows the characteristics you've inherited. So, and at the side of the hand, this is what they call the marriage line of attachment. Doesn't necessarily mean marriage, just be a strong relationship. Well, you see now you've got over the edge of the hand. That represents a good, strong relationship. You see, which is there somebody in your life?
That right there, like that little.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see what's over here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So happiness and love. Children lines are not that accurate, but I'm supposed to have 8 children because I've got 8 lines. I don't actually have any that I know about, or I would admit to. It shows 2 children on your hand. If I was making predictions, it looks like 1 boy, 1 girl, but we'll have to wait and see.
We'll wait and see. Yeah.
So that's basically. Now to finish this off, I'll do your numbers, okay?
Okay. I was going to ask, I had one question in mind, if it just like related, is there much that you can see on my hands related to like community or teamwork or things like that? If that's something that is kind of reflected? Only
the tip of your little finger shows a good communicator, sociable person. That's it's a bit of a weak link to it, but not really. It doesn't really show the community at large in your hand. It's just about you see.
Okay. Yeah. It was just like if there's like a characteristic of being involved as community, which is something I am involved with.
Yeah.
So that's
not specifically. Long fingers means an eye for detail. Short fingers means impatient. You've got long fingers, so you'll be getting good at getting down to the nitty-gritty of things. No, the things like that would come out more through a psychic viber or something.
That's what I mean. I mean, everything that's here, like, sort of lets me determine how much community or team I'm involved with and stuff, how I contribute. Yeah. Okay, cool. Go ahead if you want to. So you said do the numbers or
rest the hands.
Rest the hands.
And I'll do the numbers. This is Chinese numerology.
Chinese numerology. Okay.
You can actually.
I can film
yes, this you can film. All right. This is based on your date of birth. All right. It's just a quick thing.
Okay.
What is your date of birth?
Date of birth is July 18th.
18th of July. And what year is that?
1987.
1987. Okay, let me just have a look at that. Saturday, I think you're born on a Saturday. Let me life path number. Your most important number in life is done by adding up your date of birth. 9, 16, 17, 26, 34, 41. If I've added it up right, you're a 5, but I would just want to double check. 15, 16, 25, 32, 41. You're a 5. That means you get bored very quickly. Yeah. I know the feeling. You need a lot of change and variety in your life. If you're stuck doing the same thing all the time, you would get fed up. Blue is a good color for you. You don't have to wear it, but it's a good color to have around you or near you. Now, this is Chinese numerology. Looks like tic-tac-toe. So, you got 2 1s. No 2s, no 3s, no 4s, no 5s, no 6s. You got 2 7s. You got 2 8s. And you got a 9. Well, okay. The first thing I do is I look for what we call arrows. 3 numbers in a row is an arrow, or 3 blank spaces in a row is an arrow. This is the arrow of frustration. It means you don't get everything you want. I know the feeling. Here we've got the arrow of activity. It means you'll always be busy throughout your life. And it's good to keep busy. You know the old saying, you've got to lose yourself in action lest you wither in despair. If you're sitting around doing nothing, you can get a bit fed up. Good communicator, you can put your ideas across quite well. Your intuition, well, this ties in with what I saw on your hand. I mentioned a little bit of psychic ability that you have. With 2 7s, it ties in. It means your gut feeling is usually right. You're not afraid of hard work with 2 8s. You'll be stable financially. 8's the money number. You'll be quite successful career and work you do. And the 9 does not mean anything because everybody born in the 20th century has a 9. So that's basically it. Cool. So there you go.